Out of all of the productivity I just farted. Out of all of the productivity hacks that are bullshit, this one actually works. I was mainly inspired to get rid of my bed because my room is really small and I need the space to basically make YouTube videos. And if you do some quick math, my room is about 13 by 13 feet, so a total of 169 square feet. And if you factor in the size of like my bookshelf, my desk, my chair, things that I absolutely need / can't get rid of / can't convince my parents to get rid of, a bed, a normal twin size bed would take up 80% of my free space, and I think that's pretty crazy. It means that I can't walk around in my own room, and because I hate being cramped, the only logical explanation, the obvious explanation, is to just get rid of the damn bed. And the result? Well, the result was amazing. It made my room feel significantly bigger and basically quadruple the amount of free space that I have. Getting rid of my bed lets me move my tripod anywhere I want, or my softbox light anywhere I want, and for me it saved a tremendous amount of headache. So my bed used to be in this area, and if you guys recognize this shot, this is where I record a lot of videos. So really, there is no room between my bed and this chair. So I used to have to set up my camera on like a little tripod on my bed, and it would constantly fall over if I took too big of a breath. I also have this softbox light, so I'd actually also put my softbox light on top of my bed, and shit just kept falling over and over. I actually broke 2 light bulbs because gravity, I guess. Things like to fall a lot. And yeah, for me, like, my least favorite part about making YouTube videos is actually the recording part. So worrying about how I was gonna set up the softbox light and the tripod and get all these shots, it really was giving me anxiety, and it really was bothering me and preventing me from, recording as frequently as I should be. So the lesson is, if you get rid of your bed, your room feels significantly bigger. And I think that's an important thing to know, especially if you're gonna be a college student and you might live in a really small dorm for the next 4 years, or basically anyone whose living situation is kind of cramped. So here's a pro tip. If you guys are going to dismantle your bed, don't tell your parents, okay? It's better to ask for forgiveness, not permission. That's just a good rule of things. If I told my dad that I was gonna be dismantling my bed and sleeping on the floor, he would have been pretty unhappy. But because I just did it, he was chill with it. Yeah. Secondly, sleeping on the floor has fixed a lot of back issues that I've had. I work out 4 to 6 times a week. I've been doing it for about 2 years. And just over the 2 years, I've accumulated a couple back issues, or little back tweaks. And surprisingly, sleeping on the floor helped a lot. And going into this sleep experiment, I knew there was some expected benefit to help your back, but I just chalked it up to mumbo jumbo. So you could definitely say I was skeptical. But simply put, it actually worked. And apparently, and don't take my word for this, this is just kind of the online science. And the theory is, if you sleep on a hard surface, it forces your spine, your back, your spine into alignment. But if you sleep on a soft surface, the weight of your body can actually force your spine down into the mattress. And basically your spine can be out of alignment for 5 to 8 hours, or however long you sleep. I don't know the validity or, severity of that misalignment, as in, yes, your spine can be maybe out of alignment, but like it doesn't really matter. But that, combined with anecdotal evidence, combined with my own personal experience, combined with a solid understanding of the placebo effect, I still think it's pretty legit. At least for me, it worked. And this is a big thing. I guess it's trendy these days with the increase in popularity of guys like Matt D'Avella, or who's that other, Nathaniel Drew, I think that's his name. But I really do enjoy the feeling of just having less literal baggage. And I appreciate the feeling of knowing that, if I had to go out somewhere, if I had to pack up all my shit within the next hour and just move away, I could do it because I wouldn't own a bunch of stuff and I wouldn't have a lot of literal baggage. And it personally makes me happy to have less things. Maybe it's not the case for everyone, but it is my opinion that most people have too much stuff. So getting rid of a bed just kind of falls under that whole, cut out the unnecessary parts. And we already know that, having less makes you happier, right? The big boys, and they've been saying it for hundreds of years, if not thousands, but consumers don't seem to care. Regardless, just how I like to live my life is to own as few things as possible. So yeah, there's other factors, like one of them is getting out of bed easier, another is falling asleep faster, the third is not having to make my bed, even though I I never really did that. But there's all these like little, you know, benefits that you can get from sleeping on the floor. But the main ones, the main takeaway, because the end of the video is here, is that 1, it made my room feel significantly larger. 2, it improved my health. And 3, it just straight up made me happier for literally no cost. Technically it's a negative cost because I got rid of stuff. And yeah, but it made me happier, significantly happier. As for logistics, the yoga mat is like 10 bucks. The sleeping bag is like 20 bucks. You want it, you know, used for warm weather or wet, you know, temperature in the 70-degree range, because that's kind of the temperature of the interior of houses. That is 20 bucks. The whole thing is 30 bucks. It is super duper cheap. I also generally sleep on my back or my side, and I also use a single pillow if that helps. So yeah, I really enjoy this sleep on the floor thing. I've been doing it for 2 or 3 weeks now, and I'm definitely gonna stick to it because I think it's a really positive experience, and I'm too lazy to remake my bed. That thing took like 3 hours to take apart. I don't know how long it's gonna take to put it back together. So if you have a small room, if you have back issues, or you're simply bored and you just wanna try something new, I definitely recommend this whole sleeping on the floor thing. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace.